everyone, it's Christine and Lacey. You guys are pretty far away, but I thought I would try this setup. We'll see. I have a feeling it's a little dark, so if the setup isn't fantastic, I apologize. But I'm figuring things out still. This is a new house and only filmed a couple of videos in here. Never right here. I actually polled you guys on Twitter and it got interesting. I thought we would talk about the questions, talk about the results. I'm not going to put anybody's names in here, but I'm going to read through the comments and we're going to talk about the things I asked, my beliefs and your beliefs. If you like this video and you would like to see more of it, let me know in the comments. And also, you can follow me on Twitter because that is probably where I will poll. I could have done it on YouTube as well, but I feel like my engagement is better on Twitter and I'm having problems with YouTube. This video is actually going to go up before a different video I filmed, but in another video that I filmed, you guys will see the issues I've been having with YouTube. So the first question I asked is, do you believe in demons? And this shocked me. So I didn't get a ton of votes for this question. I got 13 in total, which isn't a lot, but I wasn't expecting more than half of the people who answered to say yes. I was actually expecting more no's than yes. So 61.5% said yes, 23.1% said no, and 15.4% said they were not sure. This one didn't get a lot of comments, but the one comment that I wanted to read, the person voted yes, and they said it's the most darkest experience ever, and energy so hard to shake off. Now, I think that a lot of people will lump a negative experience with demonic, and I don't think that's always the case. Now, I don't know if demons exist. I know that I don't think if they exist, that it's very common. You know, a lot of people think that all paranormal experiences are demonic experiences. I myself do not believe that. I don't think half of the experiences are demonic. I don't think half of negative experiences are demonic. I always say this, and it's always going to be my go-to example, but if you experienced Ted Bundy's ghost, it would not be a positive experience. So I believe that if you are a negative person in life, you're going to be a negative person in death. If you contact a spirit of somebody who is not nice or was not nice in life, your experience probably isn't going to be great. They're going to be mean, they're going to be rude, they're going to be nasty. Maybe they'll try to scare you and freak you out. Lacey's playing by the camera. You probably can hear. That is my personal belief when it comes to negative experiences. I do think that they're mostly just negative experiences. They're negative experiences with negative spirits. If I'm looking for a demonic experience, maybe certain experiences I had were it, but there's like two things I can think of where I was like, oh, that was so bad that maybe it was demonic. Even when I have, and like maybe being like, oh, I really don't think so, but maybe if I'm really trying here, really trying to reach for something, maybe that was it. I do have negative experiences that I firmly believe were negative spirits. Do not believe that they were demons, and I, like, even the Conjuring house, I'm pretty sure devil came through at some point. I do not believe that that was a demon. I just don't believe it. I think that it was a negative spirit. So let's move on to, I think it was a negative spirit trying to scare me, I should say. So let's move on to the next question, which got a lot more answers. I gotta find it. I post about Lacey a lot, so she's so cute though. Okay, so this one I was shocked because I really didn't think it would get that many answers, especially considering the question on demons didn't get that many replies. But this is, do you think the Ouija board is evil? It got 102 votes, and this was very interesting. Because of the results of the last one, I thought there would be more were yeses. So I played a Ouija one time, nothing happened. I played with Joey, and it was a cool experience. I've always wanted to play Ouija, growing up Christian, not allowed, but nothing happened. And I don't think the Ouija board's evil. I never did, even though I never really had an experience with it before until that one time. So let's talk about the results. 41.2% said yes, 45.1% said no, very neck and neck, and 13.7% said not sure. So I thought there would be a little bit more people that weren't sure, honestly. I know there's a few people that follow me that are like big Ghost Adventures fans. I don't really watch Ghost Adventures that much. It's more of a show I put on when I'm bored. But correct me if I'm wrong, because I could very well be wrong. I believe they used Ouija as a tool to communicate a few times. Again, I could very well be wrong, and you guys can correct me, let me know. But I think they did. I messed with the lighting a little bit, so the angle's a little different. Hopefully the lighting's a little better. I don't know, we'll see. What I was saying was I believe that they played with the Ouija board a few times. I don't really know how frequently it's been used. I actually have some old Ghost Adventures on DVD. Like, I feel like I have season 2 and season 3, or maybe something like that. I don't even know, because I really don't watch the show, and I was at the time trying to hype up my DVD collection of paranormal things. Then streaming services came out, and it's just like not something that I care to really do anymore. And I never watched them. I will say I've probably seen, I don't know, maybe about 30 episodes, and that's not a lot compared to how many there are. So I've never been a big Ghost Adventures fan. Sorry to anybody who is, that are mad at me. I know they got some hardcore fans out there, but I believe they used the Ouija board, and I know that some of you guys that follow me on Twitter are big Ghost Adventures fans. So I was expecting maybe a few more not sures, and this poll was back and forth with yes and no. So for a while, yes was winning. And I was like, wow, okay. And then no started winning, and then it got really, really close, and then yes started winning, and then no started winning, and then eventually this is how the final results look. But this question got a lot of attention, and I thought that was kind of odd, because the first one didn't gather that much of attention, and they're kind of on the same level, you know, evil, demons, Ouija, and its bad reputation, demons, they're on the same level. So I was shocked by that, but it got some great comments, so let's read some of those. A lot of you said something along the same lines as this person, which says the board is not evil, it's a door that could let anything in. That is the danger. So a lot of people were saying things like that. And I can see why people believe that, for sure. Someone said yes, but it depends on how it's used. This other person said yes, not the board itself, but what can come through. So that's kind of on the same lines as the first person. I like this comment. It says, if it were that easy to summon demons, that's how Lacey feels about Ouija. If it were that easy to summon demons, I feel like they'd be popping up all the time. They don't need a board game to convince them. Kind of agree with that. If it were that easy, it would just happen. I always say that too. Like, if demonic possession, things like that are so easy, why doesn't it just happen all the time? This person said, I feel like they are an object. However, the intent of it is used would determine if it's utilized for good or evil. I do agree with this. I don't agree that if you want to contact a demon, you're going to contact the demon with the board. But if you were trying to contact the demon and you were trying to do harm that way, that would be evil. That would be not a good intent that you have. So that action would be very wrong. So I do agree with that. Whether or not it's something that you can use to contact the spirit is another topic, but to do something with the intent of harming people, whether it does or doesn't, in the end, is still a bad thing to do. Why did I say that so PC? There was a lot of those comments, but my favorite comment out of all the comments that I got was, Monopoly is more of an evil Hasbro game than Ouija. Let me tell you how much I agree with this. One of my nephews definitely became a demon during a game of Monopoly recently, very, very recently. And I think we've all known that one person when you're playing Monopoly with a group of people that just freaks out during the game. So I agree with that. And this is probably the last one I'm going to read. This person said, considering they're just for fun and have no real power, I vote no. I agree that they're just a game. I think that even if you have a legitimate experience with Ouija, because there's no real way to prove it, it's just, you could have moved it. Like, I will never know for sure if the person touching it didn't move it. It's just so easy to fake. That makes it hard to really have any merit to the game. I think that it's possible to contact the spirit using Ouija. It's just not likely. And there was something else I wanted to say, but I forgot. Then I asked, do you believe in angels? And not many people responded. And I thought that was very curious because we had a lot more responses, and we had comments and likes and shares and retweets for the Ouija board question, for the demon question. But when it came to something positive, like angels, not many people responded. Now, I don't mean fallen angels, because we've already talked about the fallen angels, which would be the demons. I'm talking about angels as in a heavenly higher power. Total 9 votes, so at this point this is the least active question. No retweets, no likes, and no comments. It's really interesting how people are really quick to respond about evil things, but positive things, not so much. And I think the results are going to shock you. So I wasn't too shocked that more people said yes, but I was shocked that nobody interacted with me on this one because they were so quick to interact on the evil stuff. Ooh, don't do that. But 88.9% said yes, 11.1% said no, and nobody said not sure, which kind of shocked me because people were not sure about demons. No comments, nothing. So nobody has much to say about that. I think that the people who believe in angels also believe in demons, and I think they are probably a little bit on at least the spiritual side, which ties into the last question I asked. Now, I thought this was the perfect question to end the polls because it ties everything together and kind of gives you a better idea on people's belief systems. So I said, would you say you're religious, spiritual, or neither? Be nice if you disagree with someone. If none of these answers resonate with you and you want to elaborate, I would love to learn about your beliefs. I would say I'm mostly spiritual and slightly religious. I grew up Christian, and I still, how do I put it? I still connect with certain parts of my Christianity. It's just some parts I do not. Honestly, I don't believe the Bible is accurate. It's not first-hand accounts. They're accounts that were told to followers, so I don't really know if they filled in gaps, if they heard things wrong. We all did the whisper challenge in school, and we all saw how that ended up, right? I believe the Bible is more, I don't know how to word it. I say this all the time, and I'm having like a brain fog moment. Why? So that's my stance. Like, I do resonate with certain things in Christianity, certain things absolutely not. And there's different branches of Christianity that believe in different things, so it does seem like people pick what they believe in. I think there's things that are morally correct that you know are correct, and whether that is in Christianity or not is up for you to decide, and whether or not the Bible's teaching it is up for you to decide. I there's just so much there that we can unpack, and I would suggest doing research if you really want to find out more about the Bible. I used to go to Bible study when I was like 19, by the way. On my own account, I thought it was interesting. I remember there was a little old lady in there, so sweet, and she was afraid of the devil. And you know what? We never talked about the devil or demons. Let me ask my husband, did they talk about the devil or demons in school? Because he went to Catholic school. We're kind of getting off topic here. Basically what I was saying was the Bible doesn't really sit with me. It doesn't really make sense to me. Certain things that were translated in the Bible. And there's a lot of questions about if it was translated correctly. So I'm not a professional with these things, so I would suggest doing your research and finding somebody who is professional, who does know what they're talking about, and listening to their side of the story. Of course I get cut off when I'm almost finished. My camera died. Maybe some text to fill in any missing information, things that I started saying that didn't finish, but we're back. This poll, ooh, goodness, it's like the third time I almost did that. This poll is actually not finished. There's 4 hours left. I don't foresee it getting many more votes. It's been a week, not even a day. I was gonna say it's been a day. It's been a week. It's finally Friday. Woo-woo. So excited, and tomorrow I'm looking for a ghost boy. How exciting! I don't foresee it getting many more votes. It has 7 votes, which is the least amount of votes of any question. And I kind of figured there would be less votes because not everyone likes to talk about their stance on religion. 100% said spiritual. And somebody said they can relate to both spiritual and religious. They kind of right there in the middle with it. I found this experiment to be really interesting. I really loved hearing everyone's opinions. I loved the discussions that were happening. There wasn't a lot of discussion happening on certain questions, and I do notice that if I am talking about something positive, there are less people that are going to respond. And I find that a little bit weird. I'm not going to lie. No offense to all of you. I'm weird too. We're all weird here. No judgment. But I just find that interesting. I really don't know why that is. Let me know if you have an idea as to why that could be. Are people just more opinionated about things that are demonic or evil? But wouldn't you feel just as strongly about religion and spiritualness and angels as you do about demons and devil and things that are evil? I would think that they would go hand in hand, but it doesn't seem to be the case. We can look at my reach and see how many people these things reached. 76 impressions, 14 total engagements for the religion question. For the angels, 68 impressions and 10 total engagements. So that got less, but more people were inclined to answer that. And that can just go with the fact that not everyone wants to disclose whether they're spiritual or not. A Ouija, let's see how many. So 647 impressions, total engagements, 101. So was this just pushed out more by Twitter? Like, are more people seeing this on Twitter? I don't know. I don't know how that works. Do you? Because I don't. I actually have a headache from talking too much. That happens to me. I get headaches really easy. I should not have a YouTube channel that happens. And the first question, do you believe in demons? 210 impressions and 39 total engagements. So that was a decent amount too. This was an interesting little experiment. And if you want to be a part of future videos like this, if you want me to have future videos like this, Please let me know in the comments, but also follow me on Twitter because that's where I will ask poll questions. This is not me just like begging for Twitter followers. I don't even know how many Twitter followers I have. So it has nothing to do with that. I mean, obviously, you're not obligated to follow me on Twitter at all. But if you want to possibly have your say in what you believe, then that's where these questions will be asked. But I also want to know what your opinions are in the comments. I know not everyone follows me on Twitter, so some of you may have different opinions and insights, and I would like to hear it. Do you believe in demons? Have you ever had a demonic experience? If you do believe in demons, do you believe the Ouija board is evil? Do you believe that we can contact spirits using the Ouija board? Kind of feel like it is a less technical version of the spirit box. Just my opinion. And I don't feel like it works as well. But, yeah. Do you believe in angels? Are you spiritual? Are you religious? And always, all beliefs are welcome. My best friend is a witch. So no judgment here for whatever you believe in. Every belief is valid. And as long as you're not hurting anybody, that is all that matters. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.